do the slop and even stroll it at the hop. When the record starts spinning, you your lips when you're chicken at the hop. Do the dance sensations that are sweeping the nation at the hop. Let's go to the hop. Let's go to the hop. Oh baby, let's go to the hop. Oh baby, let's go.
On the table, I invite thousands of bottles into my room. June bugs, I call them. I use the typewriter as my pillow. A spoon becomes a fork before my eyes. Bums give all their money to me. All I need is a mirror for the rest of my life. My first 5 years I lived in chicken coops with not enough bacon. My mother showed her witch face at the night and told stories of bluebeards. My dreams lifted me right out of my bed. I dreamt I jumped into the nozzle of a gun to fight it out with a bullet. I met Kafka and he jumped over a building to get away from me. My body turned into...
After hours, the night clouds are airships over the city, same view from the same window. Only thing that ever changes is the sky. The last birds perch on the telegraph poles, spying on the messages inside the wire. Sometimes snatches of music buoyed upwards by the wind would escape from the staves.
London. Hello, London. Yeah, great to be up here. I've never been upstairs before. I've been downstairs a few times. Yeah. So yeah, lovely to be here. I'm going to read a short story that was on 3 AM a wee while back. It's called New Pen, and unfortunately my accent, when I say pen.
So I'm going to do a poem that I occasionally do for all the old puffs. It's called Geezer. Geezer! Matey! Back slaps and head rubs, sweaty hugs and play punches. His arm slips around my shoulders, we chat like long lost brothers about nothing in particular. In fact, we've never met before. It's the instant friendship of the dance floor, the camaraderie of tattoos
with the nuance, flipped and slid and scratched until finally the last one lit. At a surprise, I threw it in the middle of the polyester love affair and flash bang, I was gone.
The story of a beautiful actress forced to self-implode by a society that would not accept non-conformity. And she loved to drink, so I dreamt of meeting her in an LA bar at the height of some long-forgotten 1950s summer. And we would have gone on a mad bender together, cursing at the world, at Hollywood, at the stupidity of everything. And after my 15th beer, I would have professed my undying love for the prettiest girl Seattle ever produced. And we would have kicked off our shoes, held hands, saluted the bartender, and walked off into a purple night.
He found himself whistling in a cell, next to a native Indian, wide as he was tall. 8 years in Stony Mountain Penitentiary. Then, kicked out of the country, sent on a plane to a place where he couldn't get work or money. And it was a matter of months before he stole the shotguns, 2 from a farm. Held up a post office, got 25 grand. Was grasped by his neighbour and while sticking up the guns, saw a cop in the path and held the long barrel up to the officer's head.
There's loads of really great writers here tonight, so I'm going to keep it really short and sweet. This one's called Killer. They got me from the slum gut of history, from the death's head and the eight fist and the lightning. Your knotted sinews from the abattoir floors, piece by piece they ground you.
35,213 words already. Jesus, that's far too much. Will you ever look at it for me?
Shatter and gather, a lunatic's rampage through the gauntlet of life. I savor the menagerie of maniacs. Slumped on frayed wicker seats, drinking and puking in clockwork rhythm as the train to hell blasts a never-ending whistle through the tunnel of smoke. You're only mortal once. Curbside prophets.
A future that was being reinvented by her. A
I used to think about the future a lot, what it would look like, what we would be doing, what everything would look like. I used to ask anyone who would listen, what do you think?
In the whole school, that'll show him, he thought. It's left him with a hatred of bullying and injustice. He says he never wanted any of us to go through what he had to. It's also left him with a hatred of nuns. We'll skip that bit.
It's the other bit.
Alright.
You think you're getting into punk? When it's come round for a finger, she'd say, "That's it, Peaches. Cry a little bitch high." So he decides it best to keep quiet, just smile the smile of the damned. He spends lunchtime pouring through Metro praying Peaches hasn't been in a car crash or got herself stuck in a door.
Everyone barking. I always thought when I wrote it, it was a love poem. Kind of gentle love poem. And someone after reading came up to me and said, "I really enjoyed that poem you wrote about depression." Okay. Whatever you get out of it. Anyway, it's a kind of soft melancholic poem. In a room darkened, I'm out there, among the satellite debris, the DNA twists of genetic lucky charms, the molecular depths and the infra-yellow heights, the blue-white centers of the blackest black holes, the repeated crosses on empty graves, the parried swords and the hacking switchblades and the razor nails on the steel fingers of the slashing hands that push, cut, shred through the guilt of space that tears between the you that is me and the me that is you. In a room darkened, I cling to the honey, the black teacup, the back throat sherbet, the scented fur, the lycra tingle, the hot metallic blood, the aniseed lick, and the last gasp bumper to bumper kiss of all the flat earth of your skin that covers me morning, noon, and night. In a room darkened, I forget the Death Watch beetles lying on their backs, legs waving, the feeler eyes grinning, the turquoise damp on the crumbling walls of a transplant heart, the icy blasts of vanishing trains, the ammonia cut of low-grade crack, the shriveled breasts on a tiger's tongue strike, the last venal entrance to Eva Braun's corpse, the body bags of restricted joy, and the dusky white moths that flutter across my hands as they open their slits to the torn chrysalis of their stillborn love that is me. In a room darkened, I love you. With the ivory bite of mouth on mouth, the parallel spear of 4 blue eyes, the electric burn of 8 limbs fused, the fingertip brush, the arc on arc, the liquid flames, and the sad long rush of a revolution's breath as your siren queen divests her robes for the naked warmth of my republic's embrace.
Yeah. It's a Scots word that goes back 311 centuries. That's what David was telling me. Now, like, I believe it.
French around that.
Right, I went on Google and I was like,